The Liberty Bell probably never rang on July 4th, 1776, and nobody realized that for decades. It was commissioned in 1751 to celebrate the 50th anniversary of William Penn's Charter of Privileges, which was Pennsylvania's Constitution. That's what the bell was for. The inscription stamped on the side, "Proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof," was chosen for that occasion, not for independence. It wasn't even called the Liberty Bell for the first 100 years of its life. It was just the State House Bell. The name came from an 1835 article in an abolitionist newspaper called the Anti-Slavery Record, which used the inscription to argue that Pennsylvania wasn't living up to its own proclamation. A poet picked up the same name, and it stuck. The bell arrived from the Whitechapel Bell Foundry in London in 1752, and the first time they hit it with a test strike, it cracked. The working theory is that the ocean crossing made the casting brittle, though a lot of bells made that same crossing without falling apart. So that explanation has always felt a bit convenient. Two Philadelphia metalworkers named Pass and Stowe melted it down and recast it, but the first recast came out so flat and toneless that people mocked it. So they melted it down again. The third casting finally held, and their names are stamped on the bell to this day. In 1777, after Washington's army lost at Brandywine and Philadelphia was about to fall to the British, the bell got smuggled out of the city in a hay wagon. The fear was the British would melt it down for weapons. It ended up hidden under the floorboards of Zion's Reformed Church in Allentown, Pennsylvania, where it stayed for 9 months until the British left. Back in Philadelphia, the bell rang for public announcements until the 1840s, when a hairline fracture developed. Workers drilled at each end of the crack to try to stop it from spreading. That took care of the hairline, but a new crack formed, and the bell cracked for good during a ringing on George Washington's birthday. They never struck it again. From 1885 to 1915, it went on tour by rail, stopping in New Orleans, Atlanta, Chicago, Boston, San Francisco, and smaller towns along the way, all to promote unity after the Civil War. The travel made the crack worse, and it has stayed put in Philadelphia ever since. It weighs about 2,080 pounds, roughly 2,600 bananas worth of metal, and about 1.6 million people came to see it in 2024,